Hey guys, I don't know where all these hearts are coming from. Hold on. Let me take them off, first of all. How do I get this off? Because that's distracting. Okay, there we go. Hey everybody. So we're still out here at the border. And I just got messages right now from different people saying that we should not show any opposition to the migrants coming in, okay? Let me tell you something. Let me start by telling you something. 2 weeks ago, as many of you saw, I was physically attacked in Mexico for showing my support for law and order, okay? 2 weeks ago, I was physically attacked in Mexico for wearing a hat, okay? They asked me if I wanted to press charges. I said no. I put myself in this situation, okay? If I'm wearing a hat that says Trump in Mexico, I know what I'm in for, okay? I know what I'm exposing myself to. Was I hurt? No. Was I assaulted? Yes. Did I press charges? No. My video's there. Did I ask for anybody to be taken to jail, even though I was given the option to have them arrested and taken to jail? No. Because I put myself in that situation. I knew what I was in for, and in the end, I was not hurt. My hat was destroyed. Other people were assaulted. Somebody got a rock thrown over the head, and we still didn't do anything, okay? Because, again, we know what we're in for, okay? So earlier today, we have 3 adult migrants coming in with a kid that was about 12 or 13 years old, maybe 12. And we're out here having a Patriot Caravan, and I'm standing in front of them by myself, okay? And there's people all around, but I'm standing them and I'm putting my body up against them and saying no, you're not coming in, guys. I think I'm doing what millions of Americans wish they could do. Obviously, you're not gonna sit there and hurt anyone. You're not gonna cause physical injury to anyone. That's not our job. That's definitely not my job, nor my intention. But I also see millions of Americans so frustrated and so upset at everything that is going on at the borders, okay? And not being able to do anything about it. And people from all over the world, not just Mexico, not just Central America and countries, from all over the world, crossing the U.S. border with nobody showing any resistance. If anything, walking right in and getting on a ride to go to a first world facility and being respected. Definitely not detention camps. Definitely not concentration camps. Definitely not jails. And if anything, almost like summer camps for children. And I don't have anything against children. And it's not their fault. But it's their parents' fault. And if it is their parents anyway. And as soon as the officer told me to back off, I did. He said, back off, or whatever he said. It's on my video. You guys can go back and watch it. He said, back off. I said, okay. And he told them, come on, because that's their job. So they're doing their job. But I also feel as Americans, we're out here also for a reason. We're not just out here to document it and watch it happen, which sometimes, basically that's all that we can do. But they're coming in. Nobody's showing any resistance because we're not allowed to by law. And again, it's not about hurting people in any way. So I got, a bunch of messages right now saying that, not from the right, from other people who have been watching the video. It's not about hurting anyone. It's not, that's not anybody's intention. Nobody should be hurt in any of this. Not Americans, not migrants, not anybody. Nobody should be hurt in any of this, okay? Again, 2 weeks ago, I was out there in Tijuana showing my point of view. I was assaulted. I got food thrown at me. I got hit in the face, as you guys saw. And I still didn't press charges, okay? And I still, I wasn't majorly injured. Nothing happened to me. Nothing happened to me. So, there's a difference between being, somebody pushing me like they did, and actually a girl out there, you guys can see it on my video, she did hit me. She did hit me when she tried to take my hat, and all I did was back off, and, I was asked if I wanted to press charges on any of them, especially one of the men. I said no. I don't want to. I'm not physically hurt. Nobody was actually hurt. Our clothing, my hat, another man's clothing who was standing next to me, who later asked to take a picture with me. That's the only thing that happened. These people walked right in. They walked right in. A lot of people are here, are armed, and nobody's doing anything towards them. Nobody's hurting them. Nobody's shooting at them. None of that. Okay, but I think it's only natural to, if you see somebody breaking the law, to be able to want to do something again without physically hurting anyone, because that's not my job or anybody's job. But I'm already getting those messages. Okay, and the whole point of having, a Patriot caravan is to try to stop them. But turns out legally we can't. So the Border Patrol officer told me, step back, and I did. As soon as he said that, I stepped back. And nobody got hurt. And I don't care how people take this out of context. Nobody got hurt. He kept walking with his man purse. He put his hands up and he said, I'm walking in no matter what you say, And there were enough of us where if we wanted to stop them, we could, but we know we're not going to do that because it's breaking the law. If you watch my video, I tell them, no. I put my hands up and I'm like, no, you're not coming in. When the officer told me, back off, I did. I walked to the left. They walked right by me. Okay? That's what I did. And, no, I didn't get in trouble from BP. No, not at all. No. I didn't get in trouble. No. He was standing right behind me and all he told me was just back off. No, I wasn't in any trouble whatsoever. I'm talking about messages that I got on my page. No, I was not in any trouble whatsoever. And somebody just asked me during an interview right now, why I would be so opposed to them coming in to the point where I would stand in front of them and physically try to stop them. If I'm an immigrant myself. Well, yeah, I'm an immigrant myself, but being an immigrant and living in Mexico the way that I do, because I do, it would be really, really easy for me to have a lot of children. It could have been really easy for me to start at 20 years old having children and claiming that I can't find a job and having another one and living in Tijuana and collecting my check every first of the month in the city of San Diego and getting my P.O. box in San Diego and collecting, welfare and EBT and crossing once a month with my car full of groceries, and you don't see me doing that. Okay, I would have no problem, believe me, no problem whatsoever having 5, 6, 7 children right now. I could have spent the last 9 years, being pregnant and giving birth and making a business out of it and building a big house on the beach in Rosarito, and I'm not doing that. Okay, you don't see me doing that because it's fraud. It's fraud. That's why I'm against it. And I talked about it yesterday. Okay? If it was just about them coming into work, it would be a whole different story. But when you're talking about the destruction and the draining of America, that's a whole different thing. Okay? It's a whole different thing. And no, I don't promote or condone violence in any way. But however, I do understand that sometimes we put ourselves in situations like the one I put myself in 2 weeks ago, and people pushed me around, a woman hit me, my stuff was, destroyed, but whatever, that's what happens in some of these cases. So I'm getting a lot, I got messages from some people from La Raza, and saying that I'm against them. No, I'm against what they do when they come to America. A lot of them, not all, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of them come here just to take advantage of the American system, of the American social systems that are in place to help out Americans, not to make a living off of. Okay, it's really simple. And I was very clear on my video yesterday about it. So Facebook didn't like what you said. Well, you know what, Linda, we're out here, you know, representing so many Americans that may not have the chance to come out here, that watch it on TV, that watch it on the news, that watch it, you know, on Facebook, and that wish they could be out here actually doing something. You know, you guys saw me in Tijuana a couple months ago telling a guy to get down from the fence. Get down. You know, I never touched him. I never went close to him. But just by telling him to get down, he got down. And if we had people out there at the border telling them just get down, they would get down. The reason why these people keep going is because they've been trained by their guides, because that's what they call them, their guides, to ignore us and keep going. I mean, you don't think between 15, 20 people we can stop 3? We could. But again, we're not going to get in trouble for doing that, because that's not our job. But we still have to show them that there is some resistance, and we have to show the truth, that they have no respect for American laws. They have no respect for American borders. Just because they're not physically there doesn't mean they don't exist. We do have borders, and it's not fair. And it's not fair. It's not fair that they're doing what they're doing, because I shouldn't have to have a fence around my house for somebody, you know, not to walk in and, you know, walk right in, and, you know, I should be, and just break in. I shouldn't have to live behind a wall for somebody to respect me. Okay, if I have a house and it's hot that day and I decide to leave my door open because it's hot or for whatever reason, that doesn't mean, hey, everybody come in and take whatever you can from my house and, you know, raid my refrigerator and, you know, do whatever you want at my house because my door is open. Yeah, my door may be open for whatever reason, like America's borders are right now, but that's not a free pass for anyone to come in, okay? Simple as that. And so I don't want to hear this, oh, violence. There was no violence, okay? There was no violence. It's simple, you know, resistance. And I'm for law and order. When the BP told me back down, back off, I did, okay? Because I'm going to do what they tell me to do. If they tell me to stop, I'm going to stop. It's really simple. And we were trying to get them to go back, but again, they're already trained and they're not going to go back. They're going to do whatever they've already been told. They know the laws. They know the loopholes, like they do with welfare, like they do with EBT, like they do with everything else. They know the loopholes. They know them well. They communicate. They have groups. They have radios that they listen to. They have leaders, okay? And you know, I don't have anything against, you know, especially the young children who are not really at fault for any of this. But think of the example that their parents are giving them. You know, later on, they're going to break into a store and do the same thing and take whatever they want. Why not? You were able to break into a country. Why wouldn't, you know, at 11 or 12 years old, you know what's going on. You're fully aware of what you're doing. And it's wrong. And it's wrong. You know, if I see somebody stealing, I'm going to say, you know, if I see a 12-year-old stealing, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, stop. You know, you're breaking the law, whether your parents are allowing it or whether there are loopholes in the law that let you get away with it. You're wrong, you know? And so that's all. Because, again, I always say this. Children are the future. And those are the children that later on grow up and do whatever they want. Because if they were able to do it at the border, they're going to do it later on at a store. They're going to do it at a house. They're going to do it in other places. And they have to know that they're wrong. And so... you know, I don't want to hear this. Oh, you know, we're being physically about. No, it's simple resistance. Nobody was hurt, just like I wasn't hurt 2 weeks ago, and no, I didn't get in trouble with BP whatsoever. He saw exactly what happened. He said nothing to me. All he said to me was back off. Then he put them in the car and he took them away. Okay, that's all. You keep my door locked. Yeah. U.S. human wall would be awesome. Yeah. And again, you know, unless. I mean, even with a human wall, they can push right through. They did it last month with Jen and other people that were here. You know, there was, I think, almost 100 of them, and they were trying to stop them, and they ran right by them, you know? So, they sell their food stamps. Yes, they sell their food stamps. They you know, even some of them live in Mexico at the border like I do, and they give birth in America. They have all these American children. They collect their checks, you know, on the first of the month. Their welfare, EBT cards or whatever. They go shopping, they cross everything over, and it's basically committing fraud. I don't care what anybody calls it. It's committing fraud. So, they cut her off. They've been doing it. Yeah. So anyway, there's bad signal here. There's bad signal here, but I just wanted to put that out there because you guys know me. I like to be clear. I like to, I like to, you know, I like for people to hear directly from me. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off because the signal is really bad out here. But thank you so much for watching, and that's what happened today. Okay, thank you.